CBC's The Current asked listeners across the country for the best vacation spots in Canada. And it turns out 2 Nova Scotia destinations made the top 10. I'm joined now by Joanne Fitzgerald, Chief Marketing Officer for Tourism Nova Scotia. So nearly 50,000 listeners sent in more than 2,000 suggestions of places to visit. Cape Breton and the drive from Amherst to the Masstown Market made the shortlist. First of all, your reaction to that?
Oh my gosh, we are so proud to see the 2 Nova Scotian locations voted on the Current's bucket list, top 10 bucket list. I know there are so many people, including our partners at Destination Cape Breton, who really put in a lot of effort to make sure that Nova Scotia got this recognition. So we couldn't be more proud.
All right, well, what kind of exposure will it bring the province, do you think?
Well, I think, there's a lot of talk of, staying within Canada and visiting Canada, even from around the world. I think the audience that this will cover will help get that message out and to remind people of the wonderful places to come and see and do. And these 2 in particular has been highlighted by the top 10 bucket list.
Now, in fact, 6 of the top 10 were in Atlantic Canada. We've got St. Andrews, New Brunswick, Basin Head Provincial Park in PEI, as well as Bonavista and Grossmore National Park in Newfoundland. So how much does that work in Nova Scotia's favor, do you think?
Oh, I think it's absolutely phenomenal for the whole region. I mean, for Nova Scotia, a lot of times we're a part of multi-provincial tours that people come in to see. They'll come to Nova Scotia and go to the other provinces as well, and vice versa. So I think it's all a tremendous boost for us and for the Atlantic region for sure.
Now, do you work with other tourism departments in the region when it comes to getting people to come east?
Yes, we do. Actually, we have an agreement. It's called the Atlantic Canada Agreement on Tourism, and we work with our other provincial partners, the 4 Atlantic provinces and ACOA, to work on projects that bring people from all over the world in our target markets to come to see Nova Scotia and Atlantic Canada. It's been around for about 30 years. And it's a tremendous asset to all of us and all the parties involved. And it's a tremendous, we call it co-opetition. So we work together, but we're a little bit of competition, of course.
Right. Well, as you mentioned, many folks have decided to spend travel dollars here in Canada, in part given to the simmering tensions with the U.S. How much of an impact do you think that will have on Nova Scotia's tourism season?
I think right now it might be a little too early to tell. We're working with our partners like Destination Canada to monitor trends and travel intentions. So some Americans may also see the favorable exchange rates as a good reason to come and visit Nova Scotia and Atlantic Canada. So Nova Scotia really, we're working, all of us in the province and around Atlantic Canada, working to make sure we remain a welcoming destination for our U.S. visitors. It's who we are as people. We're welcoming. So time will tell, but we're hoping it will have a positive impact.
What about from other parts of Canada?
I think other parts of Canada, I think there's such a patriotic kind of vision right now that, we're looked at as a great opportunity to come to. May have been on the bucket list as it were for quite a while, and hopefully it'll turn into something that people in the further away provinces want to come and see us as well. I think it's nothing but positive.
2 Nova Scotia destinations, as we said, made the top 10, but I assume that will spill out into other parts of the province?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, everywhere around the province, there's a visitor memorable experience to be had, whether it's local music, food, culture, exciting activities, and just the warm hospitality that it really is across the province. So I think this will absolutely have a positive impact around the province, and people will go to one place and then they're going to try something else. They're going to try maybe something more off the beaten path to really explore more Nova Scotia. But these 2 places are a great place to start, for sure.
Well, how do you think this season is going to stack up compared to other recent years?
I think, we have a really great opportunity because of all the things that are happening. I'm quite positive there'll be a lot more folks from around Canada that are going to come here and try us that may not have thought about us right away, thinking maybe they would go to the U.S. and now saying, no, I'm keeping my dollars within Canada. So I think we're going to definitely see a positive impact. And I think there's a lot of wonderful Americans that want to come to Nova Scotia and Atlantic Canada that are, also supportive of us, given the situation that's happening. So I think you're going to see a lot more of Americans even coming. Not to play Nostradamus, but I really think it's going to be a good year.
Now, what would you say to some Americans who maybe, given that everything's been in the news, they might be a little nervous about coming to Canada?
the main message is that we're a welcoming country, we're a welcoming province, we're a welcoming region. This isn't going to change that. I think the average person in Atlantic Canada and Nova Scotia knows that it's not an issue with every American. We want to make sure they know they're welcome. And I think we've been doing a good job thus far, even into the beginning of the year. So, but we'll keep a monitoring on sentiment and make sure that we have that feeling that people are still continuing to welcome and getting the message across. Anytime we get any messages on novascotia.com, for example, people asking that question, we're saying, you come, we love you all, come, we're welcome, we want you to be here.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time today. We do appreciate it.
Absolutely, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.